They're sociopaths, and psychopaths. And going back to Zuckerberg talking about socialism in China, could anyone say communism? That's what it is. And remember who sold us out and when. It began with Bill Clinton. And as I keep thinking about this, and I keep thinking about that little grubby Gruber talking about how stupid we are and how they could pull things over our eyes. Also, Alex, I used to run political campaigns in Westchester County at a graduate school back in the early 1970s, and I was the assistant to the Secretary of the New York State Senate. So I was right there. I was sitting in the back of the chamber with Malcolm Wilson, who was the governor, my boss, Al Abrams, nice guy, and the head of the Republican Party, John Anderson. So I was right there. I saw what it looked like. I know the game. I know the way it's run. And what's going on is the system is being run by lowlifes who are, to me, nothing more than traitors to America. They are all traitors. Slick Willie Clinton, a traitor for selling us out to the Chinese with NAFTA, for selling us out with the other traitor, Robert Rubin, who deregulated the Glass-Steagall Act that allowed the banks to steal all our dough. Traitors, this guy Gruber. You could keep going after one after another and go back again to Zuckerberg, talking about China. Let's go back to 2 weeks after 9/11. Go look at what oil prices were back then. They were in the $20 a barrel range. And then when everybody wasn't looking, and the CIA liars, and I love the words that they use, the prostitute language. Remember, Alex, we always have to be proper because people don't like it when you're not proper. So we have to say the CIA misled. Misled? Grow up, Junior. They're liars. They lied us into the Afghan war. They lied us into the Iraq war. You remember those weapons of mass destruction and ties to Al-Qaeda. You remember that next mushroom cloud you see, Condoleezza Rice. Yeah, one liar after another. Now let's go back. 2 weeks after 9/11. Zap. Hey, Zuckerberg. China. They brought it into the World Trade Organization when no one was looking. And then you saw the increase in oil prices. You saw the phony boom start being built. They've sold us out. Clinton, Bush, Obama, Pelosi, Reid, McConnell, Graham, one after another. They are traitors to the Constitution, traitors to the Bill of Rights, traitors to America. All of these people are traitors, and they should be brought up on war criminal charges and treason against we the people and everything that we stand for.
What do you think the state of the world itself is? Obama says that he stabilized the world and that it's never been more secure. Hagel said the world's never been more insecure, so he fired him. What is the real state of the world overall in your view?
We're heading toward world war. It's blowing out all over the place. Anybody that's half awake and listening to and watching what's going on can see it. And I want to stay on this China issue again with Zuckerberg sucking up over there. Or Zuckerberg, maybe, would be more appropriate.
Yeah, Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg.
Commie Zuckerberg.
There we go.
There you go.
And you look what's going on here and around the world. You go back to one of our top trends for 2014, China Boomtown. America's in the business of war. China's in the business of business. They're buying up the world, and they're buying up America. Hey, folks, you like that? Obama always calls everybody folks. Yeah, folks. Folks, you like that Smithfield pork? Hey, owned by China, huh? Oh, yeah. Hey, how about that Waldorf Astoria in New York? Hey, Chinese just bought it for $2 billion, didn't they? Oh, where are they getting the dough? Yes. Just did another deal right here in New York. Only about $1 billion. Who's funding it? The Chinese national, or the Chinese bank? Communist government. You go look what's going on over there in Portugal. You know, they're privatizing everything.
And my problem, I mean, I want to get into what real privatization is, but the Communist Chinese already, every month I see where they're controlling TV shows, movies, what can be published. Michael Savage couldn't even get his book promoted anywhere. The publisher wouldn't promote it because the Chinese threatened him because he criticized. I mean, the Communist China is a big fat censor. That's my problem.
Well, again, they're communists. I mean, I grew up most of my life teaching us to hate communists. Hey, those Russians, they're no good. But those Chinese commies, our kind of guys. Gee, I wonder why. Couldn't be because of all of the American manufacturers that sold us out and brought all their cheap their product over there to be made by slave labor. So the Chinese communists are good commies. Oh, those Cubans, they're bad commies too. There's only good commies and bad commies. It's all about business, Alex. And that's what I want to talk about. The business of business is China, and China's buying up the world. And you look at the numbers. As I said, privatization going on all throughout Europe. It's not privatization. It's selling off valuable public assets at bargain basement prices to do dirty deals with your pals. They just had a big auction in Portugal. You know what the major language was of the people bidding? Mandarin. You look what's going on in Canada. Look what's going on in the United States. The Chinese economy's collapsed. The smart money over there knows it. There's 70 million, that's right, million vacant luxury apartments. Entire cities, they're vacant. Their bubble has burst. Look, they lowered interest rates 40 basis points trying to pump this thing up. Goes back to the trends of 2015. One of them is called price wars. Why? Because there's oversupply and overcapacity of just about everything. It's not only oil prices that are going down because of oversupply and less demand. It's copper prices, it's corn prices, it's iron ore. You could buy rebar, reinforcement rod. A ton of reinforcement rod over in China costs less than a ton of cabbage. So what they're doing, they are aware of the collapse that's coming. They're taking their money and they're buying up the world. You better learn how to speak Chinese and learn how to be a better commie, because the politicians in this nation have sold us out.
And they love it. It's like Gruber. It's one thing to raise rates and rip off poor people and cut their health care, but he enjoys it. Enjoys lying, enjoys cheating, enjoys screwing people over. A bunch of low-life, degenerate, filthy scum, but we've let them do it. So it's our fault because we're a bunch of chumps. My